The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。冒険アニメ。よりによって。サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is...
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on, but that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
Bring out the bonus.
Everybody's yelling in the chat. Why are you guys yelling? Everybody's saying no. No. Guys, relax. It's fine. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, we got to bring it in close. Come on, get extra close. Look at the chat. Fucking BioT Wolf and his grab ass, man. I swear to God. I swear to God, I can't say look at the chat without someone misbehaving. It's ridiculous, man. Look at the chat. All right, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. Everybody was hugging out there. All right, that's fine. There are some of you that are okay. There's some of you that are okay. That's fine. All right, listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Apparently now more than ever. Since the truth about YouTube views have been exposed. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream and wake up over there. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post and get in one of the other two chats. And if you are watching anywhere else, you too are a Nepo baby. Like the stream, bro. Like the stream. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today, boys? As promised, I didn't do it yesterday because I forgot. But today's name of the bank is Nepo Baby Fund. So all donations will be going towards filling the bar. And hopefully we can make that bar green because that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. What else are we checking today? Booty bandit check? Who's a booty bandit? Who's a booty bandit? Tits and my ass check? What? What? Who said that? Cyberite, titty and my ass? Like, what? New Moan JT check? What? Fuck the FBI check? What'd they do to you? What'd they do to you? What the fuck is a Nepo baby check? Fair enough. Tentacle slap check? Jesus. Sounds dirty. GDR with the misogyny check. Very nice. Based. Courtney with the spank asses check. What's going on with the ladies, man? What's going on with the ladies with the titties and ass? What's happening here? We got DoorDash check. Listen, I enjoy being the #1 delivery man in the world, okay? I enjoy it. Cornhole check. Smash JT and press the like button check. Unsupervised check. How is he still unsupervised? Hey, new job check. Very nice, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. I wasn't a Fallout fan check. Oh, man. It's very sad. Costco chicken for dinner. Listen, that's perfectly fine. Have you ever had a good Costco rotisserie chicken? I don't think anybody would complain. Spicy Cuban girls check. Very nice. Very nice. Morrigan will win again check. No. I have a good challenger for Morrigan today. I have a good challenger for Morgan. I hate Mondays check. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Smash JT in McDuggan's body check. All right, that's when we end. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to do the Bigot Army roll call. We're going to see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku Eurydice, Black samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point but no longer do. And people that complain about other successful people, count every single dollar they make, get everything wrong about everything they ever thought about the person, and yet cope and seethe by calling them a Nepo baby. Because we know you're here. We got Hanny. We got Colonel Rub. Reaper Knight. Hey, by the way, YouTube, can you stop this fucking ad shit? Can you stop this fucking ad shit, man? Seriously? YouTube? Can we stop? Fucking gay. Jay Sims. Darkwind. What's up, Darkwind? We got GDR. What's up, GDR? How you doing, bro? I hope you're good. We got Ali Kusanagi. We got Cyber Rider, apparently with titties and ass. I have no idea where that came from. War Maniac 209. We got Colonel Rub. We got Tiger King. What's up, Tiger King? We got Soul Reaper 2078. We got Black Tailgate. We got Hanny. What's up, Hanny? We got Snooty Mims over on Rumble. We got Marius. What's up, Marius? How you doing? We got Tim Grove. What's up, Tim Grove? Triple J Jr. We got Rain Morga. We got War Maniac 209. Sonia Lisette. We got Emrid Zwano. Something like that. 206 Zelda. Golden Apples. YouTube. We got Old Radio Chimp. We got Lenny Kuhn. Secret Final Boss. Romanizer 24. Valerian over on Rumble. We got Mr. Melancholy, Sleeping Nova. We got Hypnos Nepo. This account was at Griffcast. It was hilarious. I fucking loved it. Hypnos Nepo Baby is a brand new account with the weirdest profile picture. But I'm glad they could make it. Welcome, Hypnos Nepo Baby. Then we got Courtney. We got Panthera. We got, let's see, Chaotic Holy. We got Craig Browning. We got Nick Havoc, Orc Dictator. No, we can't do that. We got Zalosi over on Rumble. We got Extra Hall. What's up, man? Mike is not clipping tonight. Good. I'm glad. I don't know why it was before. Maybe I had a wrong setting when I came back from vacay. I have no idea. We got Darkwind. What's up, Darkwind? Bella Ramsey removed from season 3 of The Last of Us. No way. No way. You fucking liar. Liar. It's not true. We got Zeroist. We got Future Over You. We got Beautiful Zexel. We got Sub-Zero Designs. We got Old Man Cat Unsupervised again. We got PS5 Gamer. Alucard. Nowhere to go. Found somewhere to go. We got Crash Collins over on Rumble. We got Valkyrie. What's up, Valkyrie? We got Barry Dixon Butts. What's up, Barry? We got, let's see, Blue Octopus. He's saying, reading smut, so lurking tonight. Jesus. This woman's gooning. What's her boyfriend? I know her boyfriend's in here somewhere, man. This girl's gooning, man. All right, let's do 4 more people, and that's it. 4 more people is all we can afford to call out. And then we got to get on with the show. We got a lot of fast topics today, so get ready for that. We got Toxin. We got Picasso. Lost my old account, but I'm back to see my favorite VTuber. Welcome back. Welcome back, my good man. We got Schizoville. We got Hennessy. We got Alice Smith. What's up, Alice? We got Inferno Hell Knight. The Gaming Wolf 87. We got, let's see, Griffin Claw. Mr. Disaster 2000. I am Christmas. Says here again. Welcome. We got Austin saying ass in titties. Very nice. Very nice. We got the Korath. The Dark Exile. Shout out to Dark Exile, the legend. D-Mag. Who else? Adair Soto. Netflix Foreign. Yes, it is the X game that is getting review bombed. We're going to talk about it. And last but not least, we got UFO Omega. We got Sonia saying she's present again. We got Graham Robbins. We got the legend King Demon Wing. Absolute legend. We got a Hans 9311. We got, let's see, Death Star. John Bond Zombie. What's up, man? How you doing? And Single Player Enthusiast. Angels of Destiny saying lurking. And Daphne over on Rumble. Metalius saying, is this recorded? If this was recording, that is a very advanced recording. The fact that I'm calling out everybody live. I think that would be really impressive. I'm just saying that would be extremely impressive. Kaylin, Timebound Howler, and Adam Juman, the fucking legend over on Rumble. Luder Corgimon over on Rumble. And Courtney saying to hug her tits. All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. It is time to sacrifice your fellow bigot army member. And let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, boys. Who is it going to be? Get it going. Let's figure it out. We got Colonel Ruff saying to go down by 7. No mutants. No 76. No Xenos. Full FEV. God bless the Enclave and repent for the Emperor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. War Maniac. Armored Booty Hole. Terminator Armor. That's strong. Go down times 3. 1, 2, 3. Oliver saying, oh shit. Smiley face. Go down times 3. 1, 2, 3. Reaper Knight. No Diddy. No Zion. AKA Z Diddy. No Nintendo. No Wokeflix. No ADI Shankar. No HoloLive. No Hoyoverse. Repent Ultimate Infinite Alpha and Omega Booty Hole Protection Online Extra Thick Indestructible Barrier times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Colonel Ruff with the same statement times 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why did it not do it? No, he's banned. He's banned. Moving down. Griffin Claw. Death Star activated. Rebels have the plans. Porthole is the only weakness. Firing down. Oh, shit. Timebound Howler. Invulnerability frame activated. To go up by the amount of Moan JT clips you should have, which is 2. 1, 2. If I get the splat, Hypnotic admits he's Gura using a voice changer to sound like a dude. What? That's not fair because the chat is the one that gives you the splat. I'm not giving you the splat, so why am I getting dragged down with this? No. I am invincible to all negative effects when it comes to the money shot. I am invincible. So unfortunately for you, Chaotic Holy, you are just going to have to take the splat on your own. Congratulations. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. All right, boys, listen. We got a lot we got to talk about today, man. There's so much happening, as there is every single day. I got so many fast topics to talk about. I really do. We got a John Wick game being removed from Steam. Got to talk about it. We also got Epic apparently publicly humiliating cheaters in Fortnite, making them say sorry publicly like little babies. We got to talk about that. We got Microsoft. Oof. Did you guys see what Microsoft did? Microsoft ended up, the company that swears they're not going to lay off their people for AI. They literally put out a hiring post using an AI image, and it's terrible. It is like really terrible. When you look at the image, you're going to wonder to yourself, who the hell even said to do this? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, a little bit of drama, apparently. They're investigating something that's problematic. We got some canceled games to talk about. We got some good news to talk about with Peak. Talk about how many games it sold. And then the 3 main topics for the day. Persona 5, The Phantom X is getting review bombed. We got to talk about that. We're going to go through the Steam forums. They are just exactly what you thought they would be. We're going to talk about Stop Killing Games. Apparently, the vice president of the European Parliament has endorsed Stop Killing Games. Got to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the canceled MMO project from Microsoft and Zenimax, where apparently that game was canceled for a very specific reason, and it has to do with Fallout. Apparently. So it's a lot of things to talk about, man. We got a busy night ahead. But before we do that, we need to do the number one segment on YouTube. The number one segment that everybody and their mother is literally hate watching and counting every dollar that goes in that Nepo Baby Fund up top on the right side. This segment is a multiversal segment that makes every journalist in every multiverse melt down. This segment is known all around the world as the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
All right. It is time for the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. Starting us off with the one and only Caramel Beast with 1 month membership. And you know what he says? He says, you're... Shout out to Caramel Beast. Thank you so much for being a member for 1 month. That is insane. Thank you, sir. And then we got Mr. Melancholy with a 99-cent super sticker. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy. Thank you so much. And then we got this absolute fucking legend starting us off strong yet again. Sonya's all about the anal beads for $50.83. He says, new product is coming soon to an area in you. The Smash JB Wii product line is coming. For smooth and fast operation, it's the best beads of its kind. Damn, Smash JT falling on hard times that he needs to have anal bead product line. Damn, man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Shout out to Smash JT. Listen, Griff, I hope you make a lot of money off of that. That's going to be great. That's going to be great. Thank you, Sonia's all about the anal beads. I appreciate the $50.83, starting us off extremely strong. I appreciate that. And then he followed it up with a 10 membership banger. Let's start the membership train tonight. Let's go. Shout out to Sonia's all about the anal beads. Thank you for the 10 memberships. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. And then we got Vengeful Truther for 3 months of legendary status. Thanks for the membership, whomever. It probably was one of these legends that are throwing in memberships right now. There's a lot of memberships going out there. Make sure you guys have memberships enabled. Make sure you have it enabled, please. We got BioT-Wolf19 with a 5. Be careful if you use the Bethesda duffel bag. Your stuff might fall out. Adair Soto gifting 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you, Adair Soto, for continuing the membership train. I appreciate that. Beautiful Zexel with a 5. For all haters who are hate watching your stream, off is the direction you can fuck. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. Ali Kusanagi gifting 1 Hypnotic membership, continuing the membership train. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then look at this guy, man. This guy dropping in. Holy shit. King Demon Wing dropping in a massive 10 membership banger to match Sonia's all about the anal beads. Shout out to King Demon Wing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, King Demon Wing. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. All right, let's go over to Rumble. We are fully caught up on YouTube. Thank you, everybody on YouTube, for helping on the pre-stream legends. You guys are absolutely insane. We are on our way quickly to 403 tier 1s in a row, and we are right now trying to go for 91 tier 2s in a row. I cannot believe we might get close. If we get lucky for the next 10 streams, we might actually hit 100 tier 2s in the row, which is godlike, dude. That is godlike. That is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. Insane, man. Thank you guys so much. That is wild stuff. No wonder they keep counting my fucking numbers every day, all day, 24/7. Look at what you guys do. Look at what you guys do. We got Snooty Mims. Snooty Mims over on Rumble, leading the way. Rumble, you awake? Snooty Mims with a 10. Hail Hypnotic, the hardest working streamer on the net. Well, apparently not. Apparently I'm just a trust fund kid. But anyway, hail Rumble chat. Genuinely great character people here. No hype. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much, Snooty Mims. I appreciate that. Then Valkyria Winter with $1 on Rumble says, hail all, food to time with femboys. Awkward. And then Valkyria Winter with a 5 says, and Sonya is the Futa queen of all. Is why Leviathan wore Maniac simp hard for her. That horse size thing makes them boys melt. Skull and Hypno enjoy femboys. I really don't. I really don't. Thank you, though. Valkyria for $1. Like, lick, rub, and jiggle the button hard. Skull and some bad dad jokes, too. Thank you. Then Gray the Merchant with $1. Yo, all just woke up hearing my game P5 got review bomb. Persona X is not up to the caliber. Major changes were received versus the origin country. The amount of loot, etc. Yes, I tried it. Meh. Fair. Snooty Mims with a 5. Rye Guy, wherever you are, we hope you're doing well. King of Biltong. Hypnotic is someone you should consider sponsoring. He has a big and loyal following. I mean, considering I don't take sponsorships, I highly doubt that I would sponsor anyone, but I'm just saying. And then we got Gray the Merchant for $1. Oh, yes, the review bomb from Persona X is so well deserved. It could have been a proper spinoff without the gotcha bullshit. But yet here we are. Can't wait to hear what you think, Hypno. Also, Goon on. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anti-Federal is paying gifts not 1, not 2, but 7 Hypnotic memberships over on Rumble. That's insane. Shout out to Anti-Federalist Pain gifting 7 memberships over on Rumble. Thank you for that, man. You are a legend. Feed those eagles over there. And then we got War Maniac for $1. More slander. But this time it's not Lewis. It's Valkyria Winter slandering my good name. Futa are sinful. I'm a good Christian boy. Also, Hypno sucks verily at video games with a G-A-Y. Perhaps. Gray the Merchant with $1. No. War Maniac, you French Canadian dastardly. Under my name, you are gay. Love you, but you are gay. Vac is Volk. Also, this show brought to you by Sonya's Beads. Be it for proper or fun choices, bead on. And then last but not least, Adair Soto for $1. 2 more minutes, man. Rumble's still sleeping. Damn, Rumble's still asleep? That's crazy. I thought you guys were looking like you were waking up for a second there. But it's okay. YouTube has decided to continue on the train because the nerdy mechanic herself drops a 5 membership banger.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to the nerdy mechanic with that beautiful, absolutely gorgeous 5 membership banger. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then we got 16-bit dude gifting 1 Hypnotic membership right after that. Shout out to 16-bit dude. I appreciate that, man. You rock. And then we got Octavio with a 5. It says, yo, Hypnotic, did you see the new gameplay video of Ken in Fatal Fury? I have not. I've heard about it. And I've seen pictures, but I haven't actually seen the gameplay. I just saw pictures and I read an article about the DLC. That's basically it. Leviath with a 2. War Maniac, your beautiful femboy misses you. This is getting a little awkward now. Extra Hall for a 2. Hello and sorry from Montreal. Don't be sorry. Why are you sorry? Don't be sorry. Don't ever be sorry. Thank you so much for the 2, brother. I appreciate that. All right, guys, we are fully caught up everywhere. Shout out to all of you as we make our way towards Tier 1. Let's get into the topics. Let's get into the conversations. But first, I got to show something off, boys. I just got to do it. So I decided to start buying some Gundam figures just because I wanted them. I wanted to spice up the, the manga a little bit. So I got this one that I thought was pretty cool. Pretty nice. Just got to share it with you, Share it with the crowd, I got 2 other ones coming. I got 2 other ones coming, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It is fucking badass. It may not look like it in pictures. Pictures might not do it justice. But it's awesome. You don't want to see my dick? Well, you'd be the first one that would say so. No, but once I get all 3 together, I'm going to put it on the manga channel. I said no figures. I never said no figures. I said I just didn't want to do it. And then I went back on that. I have some figures. I don't go crazy with figures. I don't go crazy with figures. Did I build it? No. It's what is it called? Tamanashi Nations. It's not like it's like pre-built. You can do customizations. You could change up like the hands, the accessories, the shield, all that shit. You could do that. But that's basically it. I'm gonna once I get the other two. The other two are way more expensive. That one was really cheap. That one I think was like $40. I think that was like $40. But the other ones were way more expensive. So I'm hoping they are. I mean, I like this one. I definitely like this one, but I'm hoping the other ones are a little nicer. We'll see. But it's a rabbit hole that I'm scared to go down because I feel like that's going to be a lot of money. The Nepo baby starter pack, nice. Okay, let's check out first topic. Hold on, where are we at? Oh wait, I think we had another super chat. War Maniac with a 2. May all the femboy lovers step on Legos. Ow, bro. Have you ever stepped on a fucking Lego? Have you ever stepped on a Lego? That is painful. Wait, hold on. I had a question. Where did it go? The chat's flying. This dead channel has a chat that is flying. Here we go. Netflix foreign. Please tell me, sir, any Kimetsu no Yaiba figures? No Demon Slayer figures yet. I don't have any Demon Slayer figures yet, but I probably will. I probably will. I want to get the Fire Yashira. I want to get that. But I don't have anything yet. Not yet. But I will eventually, I'm sure, at some point in time. Okay, so let's go into the first couple of topics. Really quick. There is a game. I like sharing this information for those of you that might be people like me who like to preserve video games to the best of their ability on their Steam accounts. There is a game that is being removed from Steam less than 6 years after it's launched. And it's a game called John Wick Hex. I looked up the game. It looks like it's a strategy John Wick game, which is a little bit of an oxymoron. But this particular game, John Wick Hex, is going to be removed from all storefronts and it's going to disappear from existence, basically. It's going to completely die out. Now, if you purchase the game before it disappears, then you get to keep the game wherever you buy it on the storefront. But as of right now, it's about to go away, and it's going away July 17th. So in 3 days, this game is going away. So I wanted to just show it to you guys in case some of you might be curious or interested, because I know there's some people that are like gaming, they like to preserve their games. It seems like it has mixed reviews. I'm going to show you. Let me show you the trailer really quick. It looks pretty fucking like, I wouldn't say garbage, but it looks pretty like blah. You know what I mean? It's $19.99 on Steam. You could buy it if you want to. I'm just bringing it to your attention in case you are like me and you like to have access to games that are no longer going to be around, no matter how bad they may be. I just like to conserve games on my Steam profile. But here's the game. Has a terrible Keanu Reeves. That is a terrible Keanu Reeves, bro.
Is an innovative tactical game where players
It's literally lagging in the trailer. I'm not even like, this is not even StreamYard's lag. This is like the game's lagging in the trailer, kind of bad.
It takes to complete a physical action.
Yeah, it's a real-time tactics game, which is a little bit weird for a John Wick.
Not only do you need to face brutal opponents, but you must also fight against the clock. Time, options, and resources are limited, so use them wisely.
I read some reviews and people said that the gameplay actually is fun for the most part, but that it just doesn't fit the idea behind a John Wick game, right? Like a John Wick game being a real-time strategy game just seems a little bit odd. It's an odd choice for sure. So people criticize it a lot, but regardless, again, I'm not trying to tell you buy the game. All I'm trying to tell you is, hey, there's a game that's about to completely disappear off the face of the earth. And if you like to preserve games and have them, on your Steam account, you should probably consider picking it up before it disappears in 3 days. That's basically it. Otherwise, let it go die. That's it. Just let it go die. at that point. I picked it up because I'm one of those people that likes to keep games in my Steam profile. I'm weird like that. Okay, next topic. We got apparently Epic Games. Sifu was a better John Wick game, maybe. We got Epic Games apparently publicly humiliating 2 more Fortnite cheaters by forcing them to say sorry and promise to never, ever do it again. I didn't know they did this. I didn't know they make them publicly say so. What the fuck is the point of making them publicly say sorry? 2 more Fortnite ne'er-do-wells have been socked into the chops with the clenched fist of public humiliation, which is to say they have been forced to make public apologies for being jerks. We took legal action against 2 people who cheated and broke our rules, Epic said in a statement. One sold and used cheats, and the other carried out cyber attacks on content creators who were live streaming gameplay. Oh, these guys are dicks. These guys are dicks. Hold on. Wait a second. I might be down for this. Both have been ordered to stop these activities and are banned from playing Fortnite. And then it says if you break the rules, there are consequences. The first apology came from the cheat seller, who goes by the name Mirrored. I would like to apologize to the Fortnite community for both cheating in Fortnite tournaments and selling and distributing cheats and hardware that enabled others to cheat. They wrote in a message posted to YouTube. So basically, Epic Games threw their money around and said, we will throw the fucking book at you unless you come out and publicly apologize, say you're never going to do it again, and stop all actions and never play our game again. That's basically it. That's basically it. The first apology, again, came from that guy. And then he says, I violated Epic rules and they have taken legal action against me. I am banned from playing Fortnite forever, and I'll face legal action if I sell or distribute cheats again. So they have this guy in a literal fucking wait, is there a video? Apology to Epic Games and Fortnite community. There's a video? There's no way there's a He posted a video of this on YouTube. And it's simply titled Apology to Epic Games and the Fortnite community. Wow, they're petty. They are petty as fuck. There is a video of this. It's a 26-second video of just a statement. I'm sorry, number 2. Wait, they made this guy do it too? Oh my God, bro. These guys aren't even YouTubers, and they're making them post videos about say sorry. They're like, say sorry, bitch. Say sorry, bitch. Like they got a gun to their head. Say sorry. That's crazy. I'm sorry, number 2 is essentially the same thing, although it at least has the courtesy to start off as a proper YouTube video. Hi, everyone. It's Zebsy here. I recently carried out distributed denial of service attacks in Fortnite under the username TTV Humpty LLC. The DDoS attacks impacted Fortnite matches of streamers, as well as other users involved in those matches. I am sorry for the DDoS attacks and in the harm and the damage they caused to the streamers, other players, and Epic Games, the operators of Fortnite. My accounts have been banned from Fortnite. I regret my actions and will not be involved in any more DDoS attacks. This is fucking hilarious. This is hilarious. Hold on, let me see this one. This is so somber. There's no music. There's no nothing. It's literally just black and white text on a plain backdrop video. God damn. It's a shame that neither apology goes all in with brooding music. That's what I'm saying. Where's the music? We need a proper YouTube apology. I can't believe they made them. I can't believe they made them post a video. This is literally Epic Games putting their dick on their foreheads. And they're like, hey, my dick is on your forehead, so you're going to do everything I tell you to do. That's pretty funny. As humiliating as getting your ass tuned by Tim Sweeney in front of the entire world must be, the punishment could be a whole lot worse. I agree. At this point, I'm sure they would rather do the apology than face any kind of real lawsuit where they're going to have to pay an insane amount of money and potentially get jail time, especially the guy who did the DDoS attacks. That'll be a big problem. That'll be a big problem. Yeah, rare epic W. Rare epic W. They're too busy failing on everything else, but I like this. Public humiliation is a great way to ensure others don't do something fucking stupid. Now, obviously, there's always going to be that 1 or 2 persons that are going to do it, but you definitely lower the amount of people that are going to try by doing this. Epic didn't specify whether it pursued a financial penalty against the pair, and it may have when it forced Fortnite cheater Repulse God to publicly prostrate himself in February, for instance. It also required that he cough up his ill-gotten winnings, which were donated to charity. The fact that Mirrored at least seemingly made money on his bad behavior makes me think Epic would at least give him a little bit of extra squeeze as a reminder not to do it again. Maybe. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. But this is hilarious. I thought I'd share it with you. Next topic. I told you we got a lot of fast topics, so stick around, boys. Stick around. This one's hilarious. If you guys didn't see this, Xbox is completely tone deaf, and they're just not self-aware. They're not self-aware. Microsoft and Xbox are not self-aware at all. The irony of what I'm about to read to you is hilarious, so please listen, because this shit is a joke. Shout out to Cassie. Cult Classic Cage, how you doing? Yeah, this shit is a circus, an absolute fucking circus. I agree. So apparently, if you guys are not aware, Xbox has a certain screenshot of what is basically a hiring post. It's a post that I think they put out on Facebook or maybe LinkedIn or something like that, where, you know, they basically say, hey, we're hiring or whatever. And they have this picture that is meant to draw your eyes, right? And it's meant to draw your eyes because it's an AI fucking photo, and the photo is so bad that it makes the people who are currently laid off look at Microsoft like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Again, fresh from telling laid off employees to console themselves with AI, Microsoft doubles down by advertising Xbox jobs with a pathetic AI image so tone deaf, I hope it's satire. Now, you're probably wondering, how bad could this picture be, right? How bad could this picture actually be to make people feel some sort of way about this? Well, I'm going to show you. Please try not to laugh too loud, because I have a feeling that you're going to laugh so loud, we're going to hear it all the way across the computer. You ready? You ready? Xbox Graphics is hiring. They put a they put, hold on, wait. They put a diverse woman on the front. Okay, whatever. Obviously, it's AI. Xbox Graphics is hiring. You're talking about hiring for graphics, but then you're using AI to make your graphics. And this fucking bitch is on the computer, and her screen is backwards. Her screen is backwards. Did nobody check this? Did nobody check? Like, what the fuck is she typing, bro? What is she typing, bro? Her screen is backwards, man. Now, the funny thing is, in reality, this is probably very accurate, right? This is literally what a DEI hire probably looks like at Xbox, where they're on the computer pretending like they know what they're doing while listening to Taylor Swift in their headphones, and their screen is backwards. You know, I feel like this is unbelievably accurate, probably. But this was funny because, again, they're supposedly hiring people to make graphics, and they clearly don't have anyone because they use AI to make the fucking graphic. And then AI fucked it up, and you didn't even fix it. You didn't even fix it. All you had to do was tell the AI prompt to switch the screen. Bro, let's read it. So, hold on, let me go back up. The rollicking clown that is Microsoft corporate leadership has outdone itself once again. Earlier this month, Phil Spencer said Microsoft's gaming business has never looked stronger, as he announced mass layoffs, which was swiftly followed up by an Xbox executive suggesting that effective employees use AI to console themselves. And now, well, around the slow claps for Xbox principal development lead Mike Matzel, another victim of terminal LinkedIn brain, who took to the social networking site this past week to announce some good news. We're hiring, except the post comes with an image that is clearly AI generated, first spotted by Eurogamer. It shows a cartoon image of a woman smiling and wearing headphones in front of a PC. But look closer and you'll notice that the PC is very special because the display is on the back of the monitor. Then you notice her eyes aren't on the front of the monitor either. I guess there's not much to see. And she's just staring gormlessly over the top and into the distance. The more you look, the worse it gets. The shading on the top is all sorts of wrong. The keyboard just seems to have randomly shaped blocks rather than resembling a keyboard. There's a weird little divot between the thumb and the index finger on the left hand. In other words, this is classic AI generated image, aka slop. I think it's hilarious that these journalists that utilize AI to write their articles are trying to tell people that AI is considered slop. I think it's great. I think it's the irony. The irony does not escape me. But anyway, the thing is, this is being posted by a senior figure at Xbox and is explicitly about hiring graphic designers. You would think that they might earn a bespoke visual for any hiring push. Tempting as it may be to dunk on Matzel, the guy also may be trying to keep his own job. Microsoft has said AI is no longer optional for its staff, and employees are being evaluated on how they use these tools. Bro, this is wild. I'm just looking at this like, what are we doing? What are we seriously doing here? The first reply to the post is appropriately enough a poop emoji. Hey, we all know about poop emojis, right? We all know about poop emojis on this channel, okay? I wish I had... Oh, I do have the clip.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen...
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would, agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
That was the best 99 cents I ever spent in my life, and it was all a poop emoji. That poop emoji was on screen for almost 3 hours. For 99 cents. It was on screen for almost 3 hours. Tell me that's not amazing. So we know a thing or two about poop emojis here. But in any case, the first reply, appropriately enough, is a poop emoji. This is so tone deaf that I hope that it's satire. Replies Kevin Catarino. Does everyone left at Xbox have brain damage? Yes. Yes. I'm just going to answer the question. The answer is yes. That's it. Wonders Rick Desolates. Are you seriously posting a job ad for Xbox graphics using this AI garbage? It looks like shit, man. What is happening over there? Well, clearly, as we know, not very much good things. AI is $1 billion industry. A lot of money and resources have been poured into this. And this is the result of it, says Joseph M. My God, I don't believe in AI and never will. It is not worth the hyper money. You could have just hired someone for cheap looking for help with their portfolio to do a much better job than this. So again, yeah, exactly. The answer is always yes, always. Whenever somebody says, hey, is this company retarded? Yes, the answer is yes. So again, I just find it ironic that these journalists that use AI to write their articles are basically trying to lambast Microsoft for using AI themselves. But at the end of the day, we all know they all use it. So it just is what it is. They use it as a tool, whatever. But this is clearly not a tool. This is them trying to do the entire job with AI, and it came out laughably bad, right? The screen is probably the most hilarious part. The screen is the most hilarious part by far. It is so egregious. And the fact that you left it in there, like, you clearly must have known. If you didn't know and you didn't even bother checking something as simple as this, then that tells me, and I should say that explains to me why things are so broken over there. Why games are so broken. You're not even checking your graphic, like your AI graphics. You're not even checking that. So how the fuck can I expect you to check for bugs and glitches and all this shit that involves in video game development? How can I expect you to cross your T's and dot your I's when you don't even do it for a goddamn hiring post? It's crazy, man. It's fucking insane. All right, let's move on to the next subject. Shit is, I thought that was just hilarious. I really thought that was hilarious. Apparently there is something problematic. Apparently in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. I don't know if you guys know about this, but people are trying to make a big stink about it. So let's check it out. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, which by the way, I got to get on that, man. I've been wanting to play that shit. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 apparently the developers are investigating a supposed disrespectful Guitar Hero Easter egg. Okay. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, well, what could be the disrespectful Easter egg? Well, apparently eagle-eyed players have spotted a disrespectful Guitar Hero Easter egg in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake, and the developers are currently investigating the issue. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake, developed by Iron Galaxy Studios and Activision, was released a few days ago. I gotta get on it. I have to play it. A recent post on the subreddit talks about the infamous Easter egg in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake. If players head to Water Park Stage, they will spot a copy of a legally distinct Guitar Hero in a trash can. If you don't own a copy of the game, you can check out the screenshot in the post embedded below. So if you look, it says copy of legally distinct Guitar Hero in the trash on Water Park. Goes to show IG's respect for Neversoft. So they flat out put a fucking Guitar Hero package in the in the trash. Why investigate what they put there? So I'm gonna assume that they're going to go the route of Bungie, which is, hey, yeah, so that is in the game, but the person who put that in the game no longer works for us. We didn't even realize he was doing it, and we removed it. So you could go back to liking us now, right? You could go back to liking us now, right? The official Iron Galaxy dev team account on Reddit has responded to this post, stating that they have the utmost respect for anyone who makes games and that they are currently investigating how that got in there in the first place. How do you not know? How do you not know what got into your game and what didn't get into your game? I don't understand this. Maybe this is some disconnect between the understanding of development, but I don't get how you don't know how certain things were put into your game. Come on, bro. You really want me to believe you didn't know that was in the game? Seriously? Do you guys check nothing? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about with the Microsoft thing. You guys don't do any checks and balances? Nothing? Zero? Zip? Zilch? What are we doing? They're currently investigating how it got in there and thank the community for bringing it to their attention. Moreover, they will be removing the disrespectful Guitar Hero Easter egg environment art in the next update. So that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. They're doing the exact same thing Bungie is doing with Marathon, which is, oh, we don't know how that got there. We're going to investigate how that got there, but don't worry. We're going to remove it in the next update so you can go back to liking us now. That's basically it. Seriously. Now, me personally, I don't see what the big deal is, okay? If they want to do a little dig at, another company or a game or whatever, I mean, whatever. Like, I feel like you should be able to do little digs like that. I don't think this is the end of the fucking world. I think people are definitely blowing this up a little bit, but I still think it's pretty funny. But I don't like the fact that the companies don't own up to it. That's what I don't like, right? Even though I don't consider this to be a big deal, I consider it to be a big deal when the companies pretend like they don't know how that got in there. Because then I'm like, well, if you don't know how that got in there, well, what else is in the game that you don't know about? Right? It starts to make me question you as developers when you won't own up to the shit that's in your game. Like, bro, it's in your game. You know how that got in there. Somebody had to spend the time to do this. Right? I'm actually more annoyed that they're probably going to censor the game now because of it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Gamers Republic. I'm more annoyed they're going to remove it. Exactly. You might as well just keep it. Just keep it in the game. What's the big deal? But anyway, again, I found this to be a very strange story. And I just wanted to share it with you to see if any of you knew about it. Because apparently it's all over Reddit. So we shall see. Next one. Guilty Gear fans. I told you we got a lot of fast topics today, boys. Guilty Gear fans. If you guys are fans of Guilty Gear, unfortunately, the new Guilty Gear game that was being made and developed has been officially canceled. Sadly, a new Guilty Gear game that had been in development has recently been canceled at developer Arc System Works. Sources say that the game's cancellation took place within the last couple of weeks. As far as the reasoning behind it, nothing was specifically mentioned by those who spoke under condition of anonymity. Insider Gaming did reach out to Arc System Works for a comment, but had not heard back as of publishing. So, unfortunately, that's going to be canceled. Yeah, you know what, Democulus? You might be onto something, to be honest with you, which kind of sucks because I always liked the Guilty Gear games. I thought they were pretty cool games. But unfortunately, unfortunately, this is just... I think that these studios have fucked around and found out so much. Not so much this company. I'm just saying in general. I think these studios have fucked around so much and have found out so much over the last 2 years that if you notice, they are canceling literally everything that is not almost guaranteed to make money at this point. They're canceling damn near almost everything. They're only focusing on their major franchises. They're not doing anything small anymore. They're not experimenting with some of these other smaller titles. They're canceling everything, and they're only going to focus on major titles that they know will make them money because they fucked around too much. You know, I don't know what the situation is here with this, but I know other studios absolutely have been doing that. So that's just what it is. So unfortunately, that's been canceled. Let's talk about some good news. Some good news, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty massive good news, actually. Let me bring up SteamDB really quick. So Peak is killing it. Peak is the new Schedule 1, boys. Peak is absolutely the new Schedule 1. Let me show you what's going on here. So Peak has been killing it so much that they passed 5 million fucking copies sold in less than a month. In less than a month, 5 million copies sold. I got to tell you, man, it is incredible to see this happen. It actually is pretty fucking cool, in my opinion, to see this happen. I love to see indie games win. I really do. When Schedule 1 was doing so well, it made me super fucking happy to just see all of that go down. Because I'm like, damn, man, this is amazing, right? Like, this is a story we all love to hear. One guy did it, or one guy and a little bit of help. But regardless, one guy made this all happen. Massive success. I love those stories. I love those stories. Peak is another one where a small team got together and said, no more big budget games. We're just going to have fun and make a game that took us 1 month to make, and we're going to put it out there. And that's exactly what Peak is. It took them 1 month to make Peak. And after 1 month, they sold 5 million copies. How disgusting is that? In a good way. In a good way. How disgusting is that? Isn't that amazing? So you just love to see it. I love to see it. This is fucking fantastic. Right now, the numbers for Peak are still going up. Little by little, they're still going up, which is crazy because this game's been out for about 8 to 9 days now. And if you look here, the 24-hour peak, no pun intended, for Peak is almost 100,000 players still. Still, right? They currently have 87,141 players playing the game right now, with an all-time peak of 114,492. Absolutely disgusting. They are number 6 top seller. They only have 59,000 followers on Steam, which, again, so this is a beautiful example of how followers don't necessarily equate to much, right? Followers don't equate to too much. Every now and then, it's a good idea, but it's not the end-all, be-all. There are some games that have low followers that do insane numbers, and this is one of them, right? And like Kage says, it's just a fun game. I haven't played the game yet, but I've watched New Blackstreet play the game, and it is hilarious. It is fucking hilarious. Yeah, I agree, Sarah. 100%. Word of mouth is better than followers. Yep, I agree. And to be fair, the follower numbers always goes up over time because when people discover the game, they end up wanting to follow it to see what more comes from it. It's got a pretty strong positive ratio, 93.30% positive review ratio, which is great. With 51,000 positive reviews and 3,600 negative reviews. So I guess you could say the game is yet to peak. Yeah, I know. Drum roll. Let me give you a drum for that. But no, seriously, this is great news. I'm excited to see this. I love seeing this. I want to see more. I desperately want to see more games indie games continue to just decimate. They are decimating right now. Indie and AA is the way to go, and you love to see it. So great job on Peak, and we need to see that. We need to see that keep going. All right, like the stream, boys. We're going to catch up on Super Chats, and then now it's time to get the 3 main topics done for the night. We're going to talk about Persona. We're going to talk about Stop Killing Games, and we're going to talk about the Microsoft canceled MMORPG because of Fallout, apparently. We're going to talk about those 3 main topics of the evening. TJAP says we are $21 away. We're $21 away from tier 1. Thank you, TJAP. I appreciate that. Where are we at? Let me scroll down. We got Extra Hall with a 2. Says, for me, a good John Wick game is Hotline Miami. Fair. Leviathan for a 2. says, well, bye-bye, Bridget. Guilty Gear, RIP. I don't think it's necessarily dead just yet, but it's probably heading towards that direction. Sadly, it's it sucks, but it's heading towards that direction. Deadeye's locked for $1. What does the Democrats over on Rumble and Trump have in common besides blaming each other? They both take L's from being scared of a list. Ooh, god damn. God damn. Ouch. Ouch. That's a rough one. Oh man. That is a rough one. That is a rough one. God damn, man. Beautiful. Great job on that one. All right. We are fully caught up everywhere. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for continuing. Let's get into the first main topic of the evening. Let me switch over really quick. The screens. I'm going to switch over screens really fast. Get this ready for you guys. And then we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen, boys. Persona 5. We're gonna start off with Persona 5. And then work our way from there. Now, no, not lefties on Rumble. I was just calling out Rumble, who was giving this the Rumble rant. All right, let's get into the Persona 5 stuff. So this is about Phantom X, which is apparently the new gacha game that came out recently, and it's getting review bombed. And it's getting review bombed for one particular reason that might shock you. It doesn't really have to do necessarily with the gameplay per se. It has to do with the lack of equality, it seems like, between Chinese players and everywhere else. So let's see what we got going on here. So if you guys are not aware, Persona 5 The Phantom X is a new gacha game that just recently released, and it is available on Steam, but apparently the game is getting review bombed. Now, Persona 5 and Persona games in general are some of the most beloved games, obviously, and they have a huge following, huge fan base. But this particular game, being a gacha game, obviously is going to have some opinions. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, what is the reason why it is getting review bombed? Well, whatever that reason may be, you're probably wrong, unless you're playing the game and you're currently experiencing what's going on right now. People are not happy with Persona 5, The Phantom X, claiming that rewards for global players are not as good as the ones offered on Chinese servers. Like most gacha games, Persona 5, The Phantom X is filled with ways to get more currency to spend in-game without using real-life cash. But it seems the developer may have dropped the ball with Western players. So basically, this particular gacha game seems to be overly favoring Chinese players versus Western players. Now, me personally, I don't play gacha games. I just don't want to ever get into that rabbit hole of gacha games. But I always hear complaints about all kinds of things related to gacha games, especially when it comes to like monetization and whatnot. They're obviously called gacha games for a reason. But released in China and South Korea in 2024, Persona 5, The Phantom X only became available globally on June 26th. Since its release, Persona 5, The Phantom X has been a huge hit, and the free-to-play gacha game even toppled Persona 5 Royal's peak player count on Steam. However, it seems that not all gamers are pleased with the new title. As spotted by PC Gamer, Persona 5 The Phantom X is being review bombed, with the game currently boasting mixed reviews on Steam, with only 49% of all players recommending it. The situation is even worse on the Google Play Store, where the RPG stands at only 2.1 out of 5 stars. The main reason for the review bombing is that gamers believe that global players are getting much worse rewards when compared to the Chinese version of the game, with some reviewers complaining that they are being treated like second-hand citizens, which I find so much irony in a Western player complaining about being treated as a second-hand citizen when we all know where most of our products come from in China. But, you know, that's neither here nor there anyway. Complaining about being treated like second-hand citizens and vowing not to spend any money on the game until the rewards are equal. Now, I've spoken to some people regarding gacha games because, again, I'm not a super expert in these games. But from my understanding, this is fairly normal for some of the gacha games. I don't know if you could say all of the gacha games, but this is fairly normal for some of them. But it seems like for Persona fans, they don't agree with that, and they seem to be highly upset over this. I even have Steam forums that we're going to go over in a minute, which, by the way, look at this. This is always in every single thread. Whenever I'm looking at Steam forums and it's a game that's dealing with controversy, there is always a thread talking about, please add LGBTQ representation to the game. It would be amazing, right? And these are the bait threads. These are the threads that are simply meant to farm community points. That's all it is. So don't fall for that. If you're watching this video, never fall for these threads. Never give them Steam points. Don't give them clown emojis. Don't give them nothing, because that's what they want. They want points. But in any case, we actually have a post here that is talking about this nonsense. And it says, please consider making your voice heard and voice your opinion on the official survey. Let's see what we got. This is from somebody called Black Lamb Rock Enjoyer. He says, not going to sugarcoat it. It's a crack shot, but it's one of the only recourse that players have. Keep in mind, Chinese communities frequently let their gacha corporations know they aren't happy, and things do improve if we just let them know. The following is what Global is suffering through right now. It says, point A, accelerated content patches with zero compensation. Point B, worse pricing for beginner packs in the cash shop. Point C, Chinese servers receiving 10 limited character pulls in the 7-day login events. Meanwhile, Global only receiving 7 weapon pulls. Point D, reduced rewards compared to China. Global receiving 3 times less jewels on new patch, no codes to redeem, and worse event rewards. Code E, character pulls, and even in the exchange shop was replaced with jewels and tickets. Point F, controller support is extremely bad and needs work on ASAP. Not sure how it is in other servers, but especially for mobile, it's needed. Point G, limited units not being put into standard banner after limited banner ends for an unspecified amount of time. Point H, horrendous translation job, which, to be fair, the translation jobs usually for these games are usually not, I wouldn't say spot on most of the time. There usually is some errors, especially in the beginning, and then they claim they'll fix them later for whatever that reason may be. So not going to say this is particular to just this game, but it is a problem. Still many errors and really vague descriptions and tutorials, which can screw over players in their choices, and just immersion breaking when reading the story completely. Again, keep in mind, China frequently keeps their gacha corporations in check, and change actually does happen. At the very least, they should match the rewards they gave to China and give compensation for accelerated content, improve soft pity and clarification. Like China, the communication has been horrible for Global. Codes given just like China. We still haven't gotten any codes when China has got them way earlier. Jewel compensation, just as China receives when they stand up for themselves and get backlash. Reverting character pools being replaced with jewels and tickets in the exchange shop. Marian's dupe needs to be re-added to Luffill's business plan, like China. Nothing too crazy, I'd say. Now, again, this all sounds pretty insane, because that is a pretty vast difference, I gotta imagine, for gacha players. But as can be seen in the document created by a fan, the rewards for the gacha systems in Persona 5, the Phantom X, are indeed not equal at all. Some unpopular differences include the fact that global players get only 100 gems for maintenance downtime, but Chinese players get 300. So they get 200 more compared to global players. Some redemption codes were already offered to Chinese players, while none have been made globally yet. It's hard to tell why the developers of Persona 5, the Phantom X, implemented these changes, but it could be linked to the pace of how quickly content is released globally. Maybe. But see, this is why I don't mess with gacha games, me personally. I can't, because I can already see the stress from a mile away. I can see the stress from literally a mile away. I feel like with gacha games, I'm sure they're a lot of fun. I'm sure their combat can be fun. I'm sure their gameplay can be fun. I'm sure all of it can be fun. But goddamn, does it sound stressful as hell just reading all of this? And I'm like, seriously, you got to keep track of all this, and now you're getting, 1/3 of what the Chinese players are getting, and they want you to be okay with it? I don't know. It just sounds really, really stressful to me. It really does. The gacha stuff just doesn't seem very appealing to me, but I get it. It's huge in China, and it has a huge following here. Not as big as China, but still, it's a huge, huge thing. I get it. I totally understand. Let people play what they want to play. It's fine. But this is just one of those situations where I'm just like, dude, I'm good. But Persona 5's The Phantom X's update 1.1 was released for players in the West on July 10th. It remains to be seen how these complaints will be addressed, though, and if Persona 5, The Phantom X, will continue to be popular going forward. Now, if you go to Persona 5, Phantom X, we're going to look at some of the numbers. and see what is going on here. Let's check out the numbers on SteamDB. So right now we go to the charts. It started 18 days ago at 41,622 all-time peak. Keep in mind, this is a free-to-play game, okay? And within just a few days, it dropped down to 13,575 24-hour peak, with 10,241 people playing the game right now at the time of filming this particular video, with an estimated players of anywhere between 200,000 to 830,000, which is pretty high up there considering the game. But it's very clear that the game is dropping off and dropping off fast, so they need to do something and figure it out in order to get people interested to play the game. Otherwise, you might have yourself a dead game on your hands within a month or two, which is not going to be bad, right? You could obviously still monetize this, and you can make money on this, especially if you have whales. If you have whales within this particular group, I'm sure you got plenty of money to be made here. But they can always have more, right? This is a much nicer number. This is way nicer of a number. This one, not so much. They need to get back to here somehow, some way. But I guess we'll see. Not bad for a gacha game, though. So in any case, you let me know in the comments down below. I really want to hear from you if you are a player of this particular game, and let me know what you think. If you are a global player, do you feel like you're getting screwed by the developers, Atlas, or do you feel like everything is fair and you're used to this and this is just how gacha games are? Whatever that may be, leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And if you enjoy this video, consider hitting that like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah, see, the thing is, like with gacha games, I am completely sanguine says I was a player. Well, that's not good. Was is a bad word. I was a player. That's bad. That's bad. What's up, Ariel? How you doing? Thank you, Schizo Sweets. I appreciate that. So yeah, when it comes to gacha games, I'm completely out of my league. Completely out of my league, because it is something that when I look at it, all I see is mathematical stress. That's really it. And trust me, I get it. I understand. People love this shit, man, and it's fine. I'm not telling you don't love the game. I'm just saying, me personally, it's not for me. It's not my kind of thing. You know? At least the good thing is that Persona 5 X doesn't. Fair? You're waiting for a Digimon mobile game? Yeah. I mean, for me personally, I've never just been into mobile games in general, or mobile style games. I've never been into them. I think the last one that I played was Torchlight. What was it? Torchlight Infinite? Torchlight. Yeah. Torchlight Infinite. I had played this game not realizing that this was a mobile game. You know? I played this game not realizing it was a mobile game, and I actually fairly enjoyed it, but I kind of ended up quitting later down the line. I don't know how many hours I have in this. Let me check. How many hours I have in this fucking game? Torchlight. Yeah, I only have 20 hours in this game because I got to a point where progression just completely halted in this game. And I was just like, yeah, I'm good. I started to realize, bro, I'm playing a mobile game. I had no idea. I had no idea. So that's just how it goes. I'm not really a big mobile game fan. And I could kind of like, this is the only game that really tricked me for a little while. I had no idea. I suppose everyone is eager to play Tales of the Shire, right? No. I don't know of anybody that's eager to play that, to be honest with you. Bio says I was big into one, but the fuckers reset my data. Sucks because I have years in it. Oh my God, that's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, see, that's my problem. Exactly. So it's a catch-22, right? Because you really can't complain because the game is free. So you can't, the only thing you complain about is wasting your time, right? You're not going to waste your money, but wasting your time is something totally different. I can't play a game like that knowing that eventually my progression is going to be halted, not because of my lack of skill, but because of my lack of wanting to spend thousands of dollars on the fucking game. You know what I mean? So that's why I can't get into gacha games. It completely turns me off. It drives me insane. I can't do it because I'm just looking at it like, dude, I'm good. You know? The whole addiction aspect is really leaned into with gacha. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, let's get to the next topic. Let's catch up on Super Chats. Did we hit tier 1 yet? I don't think so. Did we get anything on Rumble before we continue? Let's see. We got some Rumbles. We got some Rumble rants. Hold on. Wait. We got Snooty Mims with a 5. Rumble is a free speech platform. YouTube is Commieland. Yo, check yourself. Shout out to you. Anti-Federalist Pay with a 5. Sung to the Mary Poppins song, Harpoon the Whales, Tuppence a Spear, Tuppence a Spear, Harpoon the Whales. Nice. Thank you, Anti-Federalist Pain and Snooty Mims, for holding it down. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing. Like, spending hours grinding, I don't mind it. And the reason why I don't mind it, okay, is because I am a very old school MMO player. I come from the days of early EverQuest. I come from the days of, obviously, World of Warcraft. I come from the days, especially Final Fantasy 11. Very grindy games in their heyday, right? So I'm used to that. I don't mind it as long as you can actually attain everything within a relative time fair to everyone else, right? So if I put in more time, I should attain something quicker versus someone who puts in less time to attain the same thing. But what should not be the decision is how much the person spends on the game in order to get that said thing. That's when I disagree. Like, if you want to make us grind for it and the same amount of time it takes for both parties, but one person wants to do it faster than the other, then that's different, right? But if you make something attainable and you have a get out of jail free card by spending $1,000 in order to make it happen, I fucking hate that, right? I can't stand it. It's an immediate turn off for me when it comes to any kind of video game. GDR with a 5. I'm waiting to vote for Freerin. Oh man, so you're gonna be disappointed today. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. They call it Wallet Warriors. Yeah. Pay to win is such a fucking turnoff. I can't. Scrap Gamer with the $5 super sticker. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Anti-Federalist Pain with a 2. Gotcha games are popular for 2 reasons. First, they feed gambling addiction. True. Second, they had hot women when Western games didn't. Gotcha games all plateau to prevent advancement without money. Of course. I mean, the thing is, everybody knows that, but people still play them anyway, which is wild, right? People still play them anyway, even though they know that. So let people play what they want. I don't care. But yeah, I do agree. It is definitely feeding into gambling addiction. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Okay, we're gonna X out of this. We are fully caught up everywhere. Let me X out of all these. I had so many topics. Hold on. Holy shit. Give me a second. Let me X out of all this stuff. Persona. Okay, this one's pretty huge. We got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about Stop Killing Games. Let me drink some water. Hold on. GDR says he's going. GDR says he's going to Rule 34 to get his Freerin fix. Oh my god. Oh my god. This man is maximum gooning. Maximum gooning. All right, so very important story, this one, right? I didn't think that I was going to be talking about Stop Killing Games for a little while because I feel like we were all just kind of waiting to see what the signatures will grow to. Right now, I think it's at 1.3 million, something like that. But this is huge. This is huge news, and we got to talk about it. I'm sure the studios are not happy to be seeing this. So let's talk about it. So I'm sure a lot of you are aware Stop Killing Games has massively exploded in terms of support, gaining over 1 million signatures for the movement itself. Now, I believe it's up to about 1.3 million signatures right now. And Stop Killing Games is obviously being fought against by multiple people, some of which are even in governmental groups. However, recently, and this is pretty huge, we found this out about 9 hours ago, Stop Killing Games apparently has gained the support from the vice president of the European Parliament. Now, this is insane. This is a wild development in this story because this is going to be probably looked back on as a major moment in the push to stop killing games. So let's see what's going on here. The Stop Killing Games movement has just gained a major ally in the form of European Parliament Vice President Nikolai Stefanuta. I don't know how I'm saying that. Originally started by YouTuber Ross Scott in 2024 over the delisting of the crew, the Stop Killing Games movement has been building support with the goal of preventing online multiplayer titles from being shut down, which prevents fans from being able to play them in any capacity. Now, I think it's amazing that the crew has resulted in all of this happening, right? Because the crew has also resulted in Ubisoft getting sued, which is still happening, by the way. That lawsuit is still happening. The crew against with Ubisoft, that is a still ongoing lawsuit. It has not ended. So we are going to end up seeing the result of that as well. But the crew has also resulted in Stop Killing Games becoming a thing. And now it's obviously exploded into the stratosphere. But Stop Killing Games has also caught the attention of video game companies that are obviously fighting back and people who used to work for them. Publisher group Video Games Europe, which I recently covered, spoke out against the Stop Killing Games movement, arguing that shutting down failed multiplayer titles is necessary to save money and protect user data from being hacked. Likewise, former Blizzard Entertainment developer Jason Thor Hall, who everybody knows as Pirate Software, has publicly opposed Stop Killing Games since its inception, believing that preserving every multiplayer title is unfeasible and that requiring it would discourage developers from making such games in the first place. So everybody knows that Pirate Software is getting the brunt of the shit that is being thrown his way for obvious reasons. I mean, listen, the guy is doubling down, tripling down at this point, quadrupling down on his beliefs and whatever. That is fine. That is his beliefs that he's allowed to have, but clearly a lot of people disagree. And due to his nonsense, Stop Killing Games has exploded into the stratosphere with obviously Charlie making a video on Pirate Software, resulting in all of this really exploding and going down in the first place. But it says, regardless, Stop Killing Games is still building support among consumers, big and small, with one major name now joining the growing list. Nikolai Stefanuta, the vice president of the European Parliament, recently took to Instagram to express his support for the Stop Killing Games movement, even signing the recent European petition himself. So he's not only endorsing it, right? He's not only endorsing it, but the man signed the fucking thing himself. That is crazy. That is a massive, massive win for Stop Killing Games. And this has to have certain people coping and seething. I can only imagine what some studios are thinking right now, looking at someone who is part of the European Parliament, signed the movement himself. That is a huge, huge move for this particular situation. But it says, I stand with the people who started this citizen initiative. His Instagram post reads, I signed and will continue to help them. A game once sold belongs to the customer, not the company. The official Stop Killing Games Blue Sky account then shared a screenshot of Stefanuta's message. Bro, based. Absolutely based. A game once sold belongs to the customer, not the company. Absolutely fucking based, man. Fantastic. You love to see it. You love to see it. So you can see the post here on Blue Sky. Unfortunately, they did it on Blue Sky. I don't know why we're doing it on Blue Sky. Like, what's wrong with you? I don't know. They put it on X. You'll get a lot more, interaction, but whatever. Anyway, they put this post here, obviously showcasing the message that was on his Instagram story, which is great. The petition that Nikolai signed has officially amassed over 1,350,000 signatures, well over its 1 million signature target. The webpage for the Stop Killing Games initiative is letting curious gamers track the petition signatures as they increase across the European Union. And smaller petitions have been cropping up in countries like Germany, France, and Australia. This is bad for them. This is bad for them. This is where it's going to get really, really ugly for the companies. And I'm sure that a lot of companies like, the big companies, Ubisoft, Microsoft, who else? Fucking EA, Nintendo, all these companies are looking. And they're noticing that this is slowly but surely becoming a fire that they're not going to be able to put out, right? They had an opportunity to put this fire out a long time ago. They chose not to. And now we are here where this thing is getting so big that it has people like this signing the petition. That's going to be a big fucking problem for them. I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to have some of these companies start announcing changes to their EULA to try to either bend the knee to the movement or try to fight the movement with their EULA. And I'm sure they already started. Some of them have, to be honest with you. But I'm sure this is going to be something that's going to become a war in gaming. Only time will tell if the Stop Killing Games movement and its growing grassroots support will lead to any change in the gaming industry. But the fact that the world leaders are now voicing their solidarity with the initiative shows how much its message is resonating with the public. The issue of how long companies should continue to support online multiplayer titles and if they should remain active forever is one that many have an opinion about, with plenty speaking out for it and against it. Stop Killing Games as a result. So this is going to be a bloodbath for sure. This is going to be a back and forth. It's going to last years. This is not something that's going to be fixed within, a year or less. This is something that's going to take many years. But I think what's going to come of this is in the future, we are going to see a lot more digital rights given to consumers. Because as I say all the time in many videos, digital rights have not caught up. Unfortunately, they are so far behind. Digital sales have far surpassed digital rights, where we are selling things digitally more than we ever have by a large margin. But digital rights for consumers have not caught up to the amount of sales and the reliance that a lot of consumers have on digital products. So it ends up being a situation where something like this becomes really important because we no longer have physical games that they can't kill off, right? Even our physical games are now only coming with barely any data on it. And now we have to download the entire game even after we put the disc or the cartridge into the system. So it's not the same, man. These companies are trying to control everything. They're trying to take your money and kill the fucking game 5 to 10 years later. Some of these games don't even last 5 to 10 years. I'm looking at you, Concord. Luckily, Concord refunded the money because they had to, because they didn't even last 10 days. But there's other companies like Suicide Squad, for example. Suicide Squad only lasted 1 year. They took all the money, and now they're killing the game. Now, granted, they put an offline mode, but obviously it doesn't run the way that it did when it was online. The simple point is they will do everything they can to try to control the product. Take your money, control your money, and control the product and your access to it. That shit has to end. When you buy a game, you should be able to have the game indefinitely. Now, obviously, there are certain games that can't happen with. MMO RPGs are probably the prime example of games that probably cannot happen with. Or there would have to be some strategy that would come up in place that could work for an MMO. But I highly doubt that would be the case. You know what I mean? I think for an MMO, that's the one exclusion that we can have. But everything else, there's no reason, right? Single player games with online multiplayer, there's no reason why you should be losing access to those games. There's no reason why a game like The Crew should have been removed and lost access from completely. There's no fucking reason that should have happened. So I'm glad that game sparked not only one of the biggest movements in gaming right now, but also what is going to be a very important lawsuit against Ubisoft, the company that started doing that in the first place. So you guys can let me know, again, in the comments down below, what do you think about this? I think this is pretty huge. The fact that the vice president of the European Parliament has officially signed Stop Killing Games, that's huge in my opinion. And I feel like this is only going to be the beginning of bigger and bigger people joining this particular movement. Let me know whatever that may be in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting the like. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I can't believe this shit, man. This is huge, man. This is huge. I agree. Why can't community host servers once the official version ends? I don't know, but I do agree. This is a big W. This is a big W for the petition, man. He wants votes. That's all there is to it. Of course. Of course he just wants votes. Of course. All politicians just want votes. It doesn't matter. You can't use it. It doesn't mean you can't use them for your cause. Right? If politicians want to use you, then you have every right to use those motherfuckers. You know? Why not? Use them. Use them. Use their influence. Use their power. Use them. Use them to your advantage. Finally, people in Europe standing up. This matters a lot. True. True. Either they take this L or accept the crash faster. I do think that the AAA industry is experiencing a crash live for everyone to see right now. I really genuinely believe that we are viewing a major crash right now in the AAA industry. If I were to look at the layoff list, let me see. What are we looking at right now? Let's see. So it was updated on the 9th with Red Storm Entertainment firing 19 people. Damn. Damn. That's how politics works. Exactly. Scratch your back, scratch my back kind of a thing. That's how it goes. People forget that there are gamers in politics like all facets of life. Gamers will stand together. I agree. It's a slow crash, but not a crash yet. Fair. Yeah, I definitely think AAA is crashing big time. I think we are seeing that. There are some games that are breaking apart from that, and usually they're Eastern games or they're games that come from very popular previous franchises. But aside from that, it is a battlefield out there. I'll just say it like that. All right, catch up on super chats, and then we're gonna get into the next one. We got BioTWolf19 with a $1 super sticker. Thank you so much, BioTWolf. Appreciate you, brother. We got Anti-Federalist Paying with $1. Without first sale doctrine being applied to the U.S., it's irrelevant in the U.S. Also, I don't trust the Fourth Reich. Do you really trust any modern government to preserve the rights of citizens? No, of course not. But it doesn't mean that you can't try to work something out with them and keep them at an arm's length. Keep them at an arm's length every single time to ensure that you use them properly. Darren Soto with $1, and he's 43 years old. He's not old. Well, he knows he is, but he's not a boomer. So he must know this type of culture has been going on for the consumer rights of gaming. Yeah. I mean, maybe younger politicians tend to understand better. They tend to understand better. But, you know, at this point, it doesn't mean they're necessarily on your side. But again, I think that him signing the petition is huge. It also takes no effort from him, right? It takes no effort. Of course, it makes him look good. If he signs the petition, it's a very easy thing to do. And then boom, now he's favorable in front of millions of people. It's a smart move. As a politician, it's a smart move. Doesn't mean you can't use his signature to bolster your cause, right? So you got to think of it like that. We got Edwin with a 10. City of Heroes Homecoming got a license from NCSoft. Fan-run servers official, developing new content. Funded by donations. Unpaid devs work for love. They close donations once server costs are met. That's awesome. That's awesome. We need to have the ability to do that. It doesn't cost much to run a server that is going to host a little bit of people, right? If a game is truly dead and there's only, let's say, a couple of hundred people playing the game at any given time, it doesn't cost much to upkeep that, right? Most players will probably donate to make it happen themselves. So we shall see. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere. Thank you guys on Rumble and YouTube. Let's get into one of the last topics of the evening. And it's a massive coping session. You guys are going to like this one. This is why I saved it for last. It's so good. It is so good. You know, there's been a lot of complaining lately. There's been a lot of complaining lately from Microsoft and the employees. You know, you remember when they said if you are having emotional issues, go cope to AI. AI will take care of you. Remember that? Well, apparently, there's some more coping happening. The people who were behind the canceled MMO from Microsoft are so upset over it. They're calling it, you know, basically the greatest thing ever. That their future got stolen from them. Their future got stolen from them. And that you'll never experience the amazing MMO that this game was. But apparently, the reason why this game was canceled will probably shock you. It has to do with Fallout. It has to do with Fallout. So we're going to talk about it. Benjamin for 7 months. Catching up on the stream. I recommend Knights of Pen and Paper 1 and 2 when it comes to mobile games. The third is a MTX Hell, but with a lot of content. All right. I mean, again, not usually my cup of tea, but I guess I'll check it out if it's interesting. Karate Werewolf for 5 months. The EU went hard after Microsoft, Apple, Google, and Epic, so I am somewhat optimistic. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They did. Benjamin with a 2. Both Knights 1 and 2 are on Steam as well. Okay, I'll check it out if it's on Steam. I'll definitely check it out if it's on Steam. All right, let's talk about this, man. Let's go over this. This is last topic of the evening. Guys, like the stream. Like the stream. We've been pulling some amazing numbers lately on the stream in terms of viewership, likes, and everything. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching the playback, I appreciate you too, regardless, wherever you're watching. YouTube, Rumble, doesn't matter. Thank you guys so much. All right, so we got an article here talking about the canceled MMO from Microsoft. Now, this particular video game has been making the rounds because people are trying to say that Phil Spencer absolutely loved the game, right? Loved the game. Thought it was the greatest thing ever. He couldn't put the controller down. And yet, for some reason, this game still got canceled regardless of that fact. Now we have a little bit of coping and seething of the people, or from the people, I should say, that this game got canceled from. And it says a future has been stolen from many of us, and our community will never experience an amazing game. Microsoft MMO devs respond to cancellation of a project that Phil Spencer reportedly loved. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Zenimax's, canceled MMO. And we're also going to cover the fact of the reason why the game was canceled, because apparently Microsoft canceled Blackbird to focus on the upcoming Fallout game. We're going to get into it. So again, the cancellation of Zenimax Online Studios' new game happened earlier this month as part of Microsoft's latest round of layoffs. Nearly 2 weeks after Microsoft announced its intent to lay off roughly 9,000 employees, yet another workplace massacre that saw deep cuts across the company's gaming division. The Zenimax Online Studios United Union says it is now bargaining with the company over how we move forward following the cancellation of a new MMO that was in development at the studio. You're not going to move forward. You're not going to move forward. Anytime soon, you're not going to move forward. Here's the deal, right? The reason why I want to talk about the second article in particular is because what's happening in the AAA gaming industry is they have messed around and they have found out way too much now. A lot of these companies, even some of the richest companies in the world, like Microsoft, who clearly all the money in the world is not stopping them from firing over 15,000 people. But, who's keeping track? This company, even with all the money in the world, still has to fire people and still has to cut the bloat, right? Because they just unfortunately messed around and they found out too much. They lost a lot of money from the Xbox division. Sure, Xbox had some wins, but they also had a lot of losses too. And at this point, Game Pass has also been claimed to be not as profitable as initially thought, right? Whether it's profitable or not, we're never going to know because they never release numbers. But at this point, a lot of people believe it to be not profitable, nowhere near what they say it is. But whether it is or it isn't doesn't matter. They are now doubling down on games that they know are going to make them money. This is what a lot of these studios are doing now. They don't have time and they don't have resources anymore to try to make these games that, nobody's going to care about. They are experiencing what happened to Marvel in Phase 4 and Phase 5. When Marvel came off the massive W that was Endgame over the last 10 plus years of building all of that up and all of the money they made doing so, Marvel messed around and found out by introducing basically trash that nobody cared about, and they lost an ungodly amount of money for doing it. The gaming industry in the AAA sector is experiencing the same exact thing, where they have been releasing games that most people didn't want. Sure, there was a banger every now and then. Of course, most of these bangers usually came from Eastern developers, South Korea to be exact. Even China has been killing it in terms of AAA games. But there has been some wins, sure, but there's been a lot of losses. And these losses, unfortunately, have resulted in them having to cancel so many projects that they otherwise would have funded if this was any other year than 2025. They're canceling these side projects and they're focusing only on major projects. So it kind of makes sense that Microsoft would cancel the MMO, right, and focus on Fallout, their brand new Fallout game, whatever that's going to be. It's not too shocking that they would do that. But in any case, let's read what the developers are saying first, and then we'll get into the Fallout news, which I feel like is very important. So earlier this month, Microsoft indefinitely shelved an unannounced MMORPG at Zenimax Online Studios, which was a shock to the 222 Zosu CWA developers working on the project. The union said in a statement posted to Blue Sky, because of course they want to keep trying to make Blue Sky a thing. I hope they realize that when they post to Blue Sky, all that happens is the screenshot that someone takes of that post that gets put on X gets infinitely more views and quote retweets and everything on X than it ever will on Blue Sky, right? It gets literally no engagement on Blue Sky for the most part, but it gets millions of engagement on another platform that they're trying to avoid. It's hilarious. But anyway, whatever. It has been heartening and validating to see our game mentioned in the press and by players that would have loved to see the results of our work. Undoubtedly, a future has been stolen from many of us, and our community will never get to experience an amazing game. However, despite discussions regarding the status of our employment, the fact is we have not yet been laid off. Well, that's because they're probably going to repurpose them, right? Zenimax is a studio that is considered still useful to Microsoft. I don't think they're going to lay them off entirely. They might experience some layoffs, but I don't think they're going to lay them off entirely at this point. So you could cope and seethe about this. You could say that they stole your future. You could say whatever. Something like a layoff is inevitable for much of its membership. The fact of its existence has helped soften the blow for impacted employees by sharing resources and information and negotiating the best possible exit terms for people put out of work. So again, they're completely getting killed over there. Where Microsoft has failed to support the talented craftspeople who have generated billions in revenue, our union has stepped up to provide clarity and support. The union said, it is true that a layoff may be in the future for some of our members. However, as a result of our organizing, we are able to ensure that those impacted will be able to depart with dignity. Dignity, bro. What dignity, man? Like, what the fuck? You're acting like what? These people, I can't, man. I can't. These people are they're so dramatic. But anyway, it's pretty clear that a sign that things aren't going well when the only upside of your situation is that you'll hopefully be allowed to depart with dignity. I agree. So let's talk about why this game was canceled. Okay, so everybody was questioning why Zenimax had to cancel their upcoming MMO. Well, apparently it had to do with more Fallout, which I think is probably the better choice. Microsoft and Bethesda appeared to be all in on more Fallout games. In the latest episode of the Xbox 2 podcast, Jez Corden spoke about Microsoft's decision to cancel ZeniMax Online Studios' Project Blackbird MMO that had been in development for years. According to Corden, the decision to cancel the game was a situation where Microsoft had to decide if they wanted to continue spending money on a game that may or may not compete with games like World of Warcraft, or would the money be better suited focusing on an established franchise? Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is literally what I said, word for word. They are not going to want to spend money and time. They don't have it anymore. They don't want to do it on franchises that are unknown. They're going to be doubling down on major franchises and putting all of their investment into those in the hopes that those franchises bring them back to the glory that they were at a few years ago. And then they can maybe F around and found out with something different after that. But as of right now, they are not going to be putting their money into unknown projects. They're going to be focusing on things that they know is going to make them money by having an established player base, hardcore fans, whatever that may be, like Fallout, like Elder Scrolls, games like that. From what I heard, it was a case of trade-offs, and that the program to expand Fallout 5 and just Fallout in general, that's where they decide to make the investments and where the money will be translated into more of a surefire win, Corden said. See what I'm saying? They're going for the guaranteed W. That's what they're doing. They're going for the guaranteed W. So at this point now, I think it's safe to say that creativity is going to slowly but surely die more than it already has in the AAA scene. They're only going to be going for the safe bets. And it's hilarious because while they're going for the safe bets and still losing mostly, you have the AA scene and the indie scene coming out and being creative and having some massive wins. Like we talked about Peak hitting 5 million copies sold in less than a month. Beautiful thing to witness, right? Schedule 1, another beautiful thing to witness. So this is the time now for indie games and AA games to truly shine through. Now is the time where AAA is just playing the safe bet. Now would be the time. He added that's been told that Fallout 5 has been greenlit for full production while openly wondering if a new studio could work on a Fallout game. It's worth mentioning, however, that Corden says he doesn't have enough information for a full story on where things stand with Fallout or if they would form a new team to work on the next game in the series. Currently, Bethesda is working on the Elder Scrolls 6 and possibly more DLC for Starfield. As far as Fallout goes, it's been 11 years since Fallout 4 released and nearly 7 since Fallout 76. 7 years. 7 years since it was told to us that we would get 16 times the detail. And we got 16 times the bugs instead. That is so crazy. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that this was the better choice? Do you think that by taking the money away from the MMO and putting it towards the Fallout game, do you think that was the better choice? Or do you think they should have come out with an MMORPG to try to compete with World of Warcraft or any other games that are out there currently like Final Fantasy 14? Do you think they would have even had a chance? I know it's hard to say considering you don't even know about the game, but let me know whatever that may be in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Old man Cad for a 2. Check Discord DM. Show that Gundam. Wait, what? Oh, that's pretty crazy. Wow. What is this? Bro, how much is this? I want this. Old man Cad, how much is this, bro? I want this, bro. Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god, bro. This is bro, this is $7,800. Holy fuck. 7,800. God damn, man. God damn, that's Smash JT money. I can't grift like that, man. I'm just a Nepo baby. I'm a trust fund kid, man. God. Oh, speaking of Smash JT, look at this guy. Hey, Smash, we're gonna play a co-op game, or what are we doing? What are we doing, Smash? Listen, how about this? I'll fight you in Street Fighter. Loser, okay? Loser has to buy this for the winner. How about that? We'll make it happen, Smash. We'll make it happen, Smash. Let's make it happen, man. Come on. Skip your stream. You don't need the money. You're a millionaire. Skip your stream. Let's play some co-op games. Let's fucking do it, man. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a no, seriously, this is amazing. 7,000. God, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. 7,800. Where do you even buy this? Is this overseas? I'm assuming this is where is this, in Japan? Is this in Japan? Where do you even buy this? Where do you fucking buy this from? I can only imagine, bro. Can you imagine what it would be to ship this? Oh my god. Can you imagine what it would be to ship this? It's going to be like 7,800 just to ship it. Do I have space? No, I'll make space. I just can't make the money. $7,800. Fucking crazy. I would make the space for this. I can't justify. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't justify spending fucking $8,000 on a Mecha Gundam. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Some assembly required? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You're literally building the fucking Gundam. You're building the Gundam. All right, let me catch up on Super Chats, boys. Hold on. This is amazing. I'm going to keep this on in the background. This is so sick. So sick, man. Especially since I just bought my little Gundam. I'm looking at my little Gundam right now like, don't worry, you matter, big guy. I'm looking at him like, yo, you matter, man. You matter. It's okay. Size doesn't matter, man. Oh, man. That's fucking crazy, bro. My poor little Gundam. Oh, Gundam envy. That's literally what it is, man. That little Gundam is crying right now. He put his beam sword down. He's like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'll just go back in the packaging. I got size envy. Oh, man. It's crazy. He's a short king. He's like Kata when looking at everybody else. And, that's basically what it is. So this is what Kata feels like. Oh, okay. I never felt that before. I never felt that. I should reach it when I hit 100K subs. Well, considering I'm never going to hit 100K, that means I'm never going to buy it. So there you go. I'm going to save myself $8,000. It's going to be great. All right, let's catch up. Where are we at, man? We got Paper Liger for 4 months. Check out Magicraft if you enjoy roguelites and Magic. It's tiding me over very well while Ark Survival burns. I do enjoy stuff like that, so I'll definitely check that out. Thank you, man, for 4 months. Griffin Claw for 5. I have no faith in a new good Fallout game. Fallout New Vegas 2 will never happen or be any good if it does happen. Emil, Todd, and Spencer are 3 blind mice. Yeah. Listen, I've lost all faith in Todd. Okay. I've lost all faith in Todd ages ago. Well before Starfield. Like I don't believe him. I don't believe anything he ever says. I don't even think he believes everything he ever says half the time anymore. So I'm good. I'm good. I buy Bethesda games at like super sale. That's what I do. That's what I do. Old Man Cat says, Hypnotic, Mr. Rouge said that he and I would sell part of our livers to get it. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I refuse. I refuse. Thank you, but no. Thank you. You're good. Keep your organs. Keep your organs. Where's Mr. Rouge, man? He can't talk on the tablet. Is that what's going on? I haven't seen him talk on the tablet. That sucks. It's probably restricting him. But yeah, I agree, man. I have no faith in any new Fallout game. I barely have faith in a new Bethesda, like Elder Scrolls game. I just don't. I don't. And I hate that I'm at that point, but I've been at that point with Bethesda for a long, long time. A long, long time. So that's just where I'm at, man. People could say I'm black-pilled on or whatever. I don't give a fuck, man. Because, again, Bethesda has proven that they are full of shit every time they release a new game. And they take forever to fix their games. Like, modders usually fix their games first before Bethesda fixes it. It's just, it's a fucking joke. It's a joke, and I can't do it. I can't do it. Drenicius with a 20. Are we at tier 2 mods? Not yet. Not yet. I think we're getting closer, but not
My
yet.
hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
But thank you so much, Drenicius, for the $20 banger. I appreciate that, you fucking legend. And then Old Man Cat, I read for the 2. And then Drenicius dropped a 50. Jesus. He says, let's fucking go for tier 2. This man is pushing for it. He is pushing for it. Let's go. Thank you so much, Drenicius. I appreciate it, man, for the $50 banger. I think we are 103 away from tier 2, according to TJ. I believe that's what he said. I lost the comment because the chat's moving too fast. Camchi for 189. Sadly, most gacha games work better than AAA games. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all, especially since I feel like they're a little bit more simplistic in gameplay, gameplay wise. But all the effort and all the, all the design is probably in the monetization and the pulls and everything like that. I'm sure that's where most of that's at. Rec Shop with a 2 here for your Gundam fund. Bro, I'm not buying a Gundam. I'm not buying an $8,000 Gundam. It's not happening, bro. It's just not happening. It's not happening. Don't sell your livers. Don't. $8,000. And then you got to pay for the shipping. I'm sure that shit is astronomically high. And then somebody's going to steal it off the boat. They're going to be like, what? An $8,000 Gundam stolen? And then they're going to fucking scalp it. They're going to scalp it. Tiger King says it is happening. It is not happening. I'm not buying the gun. I'm not doing it. Absolutely not. Yeah, you got to insure the package too. Fucking crazy money. Crazy. But thank you. Thank you, Rec Shop. I appreciate the 2. Let's check Rumble. Rumble, you awake? Rumble, you awake? Let's see. Rumble. Rumble is not awake. They are asleep, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, let's take this off. We are not at tier 2, so I'm going to go into it without ears, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll get to tier 2 during the waifu battle. It's going to be a good time. Gundam fun begins. Oh, my God. No. GDR, stop. No. I am not buying the Gundam. I am not buying the Gundam. It's not happening. Just build your own Gundam, same size out of that Legos, bro. You can build that on Legos, but it'll never do what that did. It'll never do what that did. That was so cool. That was so fucking cool. All right, let's get into it, boys. Waifu battle. I got a good one. This one's gonna be interesting. Can't wait to see the Gundam closer, bro. It's not gonna be for me. It's not gonna be for me. I'm not buying it. Stop. I'm not buying it. Buy the Gundam. Hypno, it's your destiny. I'm not buying it. Shipping from Japan is $3,520. I am not buying that Gundam. That's over $10,000 for a fucking Gundam. No. Stop it. All right, boys, Waifu battle is here, but before we do that, hold on, Benjamin. What a 2 says, think you missed my membership in Super, by the way. What? Let me go back. Benjamin. No, I read this one. About both nights 1 and 2 are on Steam as well. I read that one because I said, oh, it's on Steam. Then I would definitely check it out if it's on Steam. I read that one. Membership chat? Let me see. No, I read this one too. I read this. I read this before the super chat. Because at first I said, you know, it doesn't like something that I would check out because it's mobile. But then you followed up and you said it's on Steam. So I was like, all right, well, I'll check it out on Steam then. I read that. I don't know if you were there for that, but I definitely read it. We got Future Boy with a 5. The average Joe doesn't need to access to 400 games all at once. Game Pass failing doesn't surprise me. Yep, there's some truth to that. There's definitely some truth to that. You can't play 400 games at once. You're absolutely right. So it's a little bit of overkill. But I think it's more about variety, right? Like you can select what you want at any given time, and the more variety you have, the more players you can attract to that, you know, selection. But I guess we'll see. T-Jap with a 574. Hypno, I'm not buying the Gundam. Stop. 3 weeks later, Hypno manga new video, the great Gundam unboxing. It's not happening. I'm not spending over $10,000 on a fucking Gundam. It's not happening. I would love to. I wish I was rich like that. I wish I really was a trust fund kid. I wish I really was a fucking Nepo baby, but it's not. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I would love to, but I'm not doing that. Guys are crazy, man. All right, let's get into the fucking waifu battle, boys. We are officially doing this. We are officially doing this. Let's fucking go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we got ourselves a bit of a situation. Okay, because this particular waifu has just been murdering people, and I don't know what to do to take her down. I can't believe she's actually on such a crazy streak right now, but she is. So we need to do everything that we can to try to take her down. But we are talking about none other than obviously Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. Just killing it, man. Absolutely killing it. I cannot believe she beat Belle Dandy yesterday. I really can't. I really can't. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, boys. Let's go over the rules. Let's go over the rules before we bring out the challenger. Okay. Rule number 1. Look at this. Cyber Rider already. Hypnotic, you can't stop us. Jesus. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count to the particular waifu, but the only way it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you don't put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, it will not count. What happened to Common America? She lost. It will not count. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Morgan, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. And the last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rule? Of course not. So the last couple of waifu battles have been pretty insane in terms of voting. They've been very close. They've been very close. You guys have been fighting pretty hard, but Morrigan keeps sneaking it out. She keeps sneaking it out. Well, hopefully today, this all ends here, even though Snooty Mims on Rumble just gifted $2 for Morrigan right away without even seeing the challenger. God damn it. Unbelievable. Dead Eyes Lock for a 2 says Morrigan on Rumble already. $4 for Morrigan on Rumble already. My God. All right. We are going to bring out the challenger. This particular challenger, a lot of people love. Do they love her enough to defeat Morrigan? I don't know, but we're going to find out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know who this is. You know who this is. We're bringing back a legend. We're bringing back a legend to try to take down a legend. And that is going to be none other than the one and the only unicorn beauty, Shion, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Morrigan or is it going to be Shion? Let me know right now. Who is it going to be? And we'll see what happens. Did they give you good drugs, though? Maybe. Maybe. This is going to get bloody? I think so. I think so. I think people are going to be conflicted on this one. I think people are going to be conflicted on this one. And that's what I'm aiming for. We have to take down Morrigan. We have to take down Morrigan to the best of our ability. These Morrigan fans out here are definitely going out here and going crazy. We got Dark Exile for 3 months. Says rules are for the gay. Follow them. And then for a 2, he says Tifa. What's going to happen when Tifa actually comes back? Are you going to go like really hard or something? Ouroboros with a 10. Just tossing in my 10 for the Hypno Gundam fun. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm not buying the Gundam. I'm not buying the Gundam. God damn it. Cyber Rider starting off YouTube at a $9.99 saying Morrigan. Of course. Of course she is. Of course she is. We need a major voter for Shion. Somebody out there must love Shion so much. Democulus for a 2. Shion, Hypnotic, you could business expense the Gundam statue to your manga channel. Of course I can. But my thing is like, I don't still want to spend $10,000 on that. I could spend $10,000 on something else that's more beneficial. That's all I'm saying. We got Xavier with a $20 banger saying Morrigan. Fucking legend. Legend. Then we got GDR with a $50 mega banger saying Shion. Why are people voting for a dude named Morrigan? Let's go Gundam fun. Oh my God, man. Oh my God, man. This is going to be a thing, isn't it? This is going to continue being a thing until I magically show up with a fucking $10,000 Gundam statue. This is going to be a thing. I'm going to do a GoFundMe. No, I'm not. I would never do that. I'm not doing that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Real GDR, thank you, man, for the $50 banger. We got Dikachu. You son of a bitch. Dikachu with a CLP 3000 says Gundam. Just fucking... That's why he's called Dikachu. That's why he's called Dikachu. BioT Wolf 19 with a 10. Morrigan. That's all I can do. Now get that Gundam. Don't believe BioT Wolf, by the way. He's a massive troll. Dronisius with a $20 banger says Cyber Rider's Avatar. Dranicius votes for anybody other than the waifus. You notice that? You guys notice that? It's insane. Anything other than the actual waifus on screen. Even with a beautiful fucking waifu like Shion. Dragon with a 10 says Morgan is Chung-Li in disguise. Maybe. Trust Fund Hypno with a 2 saying Gundam. Oh my god, man. And we're at tier 2 for 91 streams in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely insane. Let's bring out the current champion. I have her in a Hooters outfit because it is hilarious. We're bringing out Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Morgan or is it going to be Shion? Is this going to be it? Let's find out. Because GDR just dropped a massive $100 Red Boy Ultra Banger by GDR. And he says, Shion, I'm not letting that dude win. The hole is the goal. This is a beautiful thing. Shout out to GDR. Shout out to GDR, man. God damn. It's not happening. Paper Ligers with a 10 Shion barely wins me over. Ponytail, ridiculous cannons, business attire sometimes. Makes sense. Reaper Knight says Shion is going to win. I don't know about that. Maybe. We got Anti-Federalist Pain with a 10 Shion. The Horde is for control. With those weird head wing things I would be afraid of crushing, but Shion's Horde is her control stick, and I'm piloting. That was very graphic. Gray the Merchant with $1. Morgan, Gundam model or Gundam themed VTuber avatar fun. Love you, Hypno. I get it. You are practical. I agree with you. VTuber hypnotic Gundam model, maybe. Just maybe. Also, War Maniac sells beads. Does he really? Does he really? Dark Mages with a 5. Morgan just because of that Hooters outfit. I like it. It's a little bit quiet. For Morgan. And I think GDR might have scared them into submission. GDR might have taken all the fight out of them. GDR might have officially taken all the fight out of them. Real GDR with a 20 says Shion, bring back Frieren. You really want Frieren, don't you? Maybe sometime soon. Super Kitty with a 2 says Morgan, the betrayal. Chief Daniel with a 10 Shion. She can Shion me after Taco 2. Ew, bro. God damn it. Why'd you make me read that? Oh my god, man. She can Shion me after Taco Tuesdays. Oh man. You need to repent, bro. Wow. Leviath with a 2. Bridget, first femboy in the waifu battle. Oh my god. Oh no, is Cyber Rider accepting defeat? Oh man. She says, might have to concede here. I tried. Oh no, this is it. This is it from Morgan. This is it. Leviath with a 2. Sorry. Both Morgan and Shion are meh. Gray the Merchant with a 2. Shion. Good Lord, we goonin'. Gundam VTuber fun. Sounds like a mess. I think this is it. GDR for insult to injury 5 for Shion. But I prefer girls with small to mid boobs. Shit, GDR. You definitely you destroy. That's it. I think this is done. That's it. Morgan is done. That's it. Cookie Kaiju with $1. Gundam statue equals due. Hypnotic lore unlocked. By the way, this could go towards the Gundam fund. Oh my god, bro. It's not happening. We're not doing the Gundam fund. All right. Final countdown. Here we go. This is it for Morgan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. God damn. He did insult to injury, man. God damn. Overkill. GDR with $100 Red Boy Ultra Bangers, the final one that counts. And he says, Shion, I say when it's done. God damn. BioT with a 5 Morrigan, my pick. You lucky I don't get paid till tomorrow. Dude, BioT Wolf. Oh man, this is a bloodbath. This is a bloodbath. All right, mods. Count it up. Did I miss anything? No, I read this one, Secret Final Boss. I said GoFundMe. I read it. I read that one. All right, mods, count it up. Count up this absolute fucking bloodbath. And feed the Ducks and feed the Eagles, man. God. R.I.P., man. Morrigan fans tried, but this was a brute force victory. And for all those red boys, let's get some maximum gooning going on. Shout out to all you guys, GDR with the red boys. We got orange boys, pink boys everywhere. Shout out to you, man. GDR says for it too, just call it. We already know. Goddamn right. All right, here's the numbers, man. Here is the numbers. Holy shit. Wow. Shion with $309 flat against Morrigan with $66.99. Oof, man. Which means the winner and the new officially ending Morrigan's reign as champion. The new waifu battle champion is none other than Shion, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Ouch, man. Ouch, man. I felt that one. Especially after how crazy yesterday was. God. Especially how crazy yesterday's battle was where Morrigan fucking destroyed Bell. Well, not destroyed, but still beat Bell Dandy in a crazy fight. And now here she is. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. And then GDR for a 5 says, I ashamed all of the bigots that voted for the dude once known as Morgan. God damn, bro. The coping and seething is going to be to the max right now.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard, coping and seething.
And that is it for the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Shion is going to go backstage where she will face off against another waifu tomorrow on Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us, ladies and gentlemen. Do not miss it. Also, here, guys, so really quick, Anti-Federal is paying with $1 on Rumble, says, damn, Morgan Cities may not have won people over, but her ass must have because she got spanked. Oh, damn, they're not nice. They're not nice to the waifus, man. Listen, we got tomorrow. We got more Griffcast happening. Okay, we're playing a lot of Death Stranding. We're actually having a pretty fun time over there. I think it's shocking how fun that game is to stream and how funny it is. But we have a good time over there. We had a really big turnout for our return Griffcast today. It was awesome. In the morning, we had a lot of people. In the afternoon, we had even more people. You guys really showed up, and I appreciate it. Come hang out with us, and we're going to continue playing that game until completion. We'll be doing it early in the morning tomorrow, and of course, 5 p.m. tomorrow as well. And then join me 9 p.m. Eastern, obviously, you know, for Hypnocast, 9 p.m. It's been a lot of fun, guys. You guys have been absolutely killing it, man. We are getting closer and closer to one of the most legendary streaks on YouTube, man. 100 tier 2s in a row. 100 tier 2s in a row. We're officially at 91 tier 2s in a row. We're at 403 tier 1s in a row. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. So thank you guys so much for all your support. I appreciate you. Come hang out with us. Play some video games. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm trying to get time because it's hard, man. Smash JT, this motherfucker streams until like hours into the morning. And I'm like, bro, kind of got to go to bed for Griffcast in the morning. But I want to do some co-op gameplay. We got to finish up It Takes Two. We also got to play some Peak or something. Like I'm trying to make it happen. It's just all about the time, man. It's all about the time. But I want to bring you guys that content because I know you enjoy it. I know you think it's fun and it's funny, and I want to make that happen. So we're gonna figure out a way to make that happen. But thank you guys seriously so much. I appreciate everything. Shout out to everybody for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, all that. I appreciate it. And shout out to the Hypno mods for what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well. We are going to raid someone at the end. So make sure you guys stay to the very end so you can raid and go tell whoever we raid to go repent. But until the next one, go be bigots and go be gooners. And I'm not buying a Gundam. Seriously. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck Baby Gay, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a linguine and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life.
I bring light. I bring light.